Hello and welcome to Volusia Magazine. I'm Amber Patterson. On today's show, we'll take a look at the creation and role of offshore artificial fishing and diving reefs for Volusia County's maritime economy. We'll also get some information about the National Lifeguard Championships making their way to Volusia County in August. Then reporter Kendra Lee takes us on a little field trip to a very special National Historic Landmark. And finally, we'll head into the studio to join Community Information Director Dave Byron as he sits down for an in-depth interview with his guest, Shirley Holland, Circuit Director of the Guardian Ad Litem program for the 7th Judicial District. Those segments, news, and more coming right up on Volusia Magazine. I hope you stay tuned. After the creation of 128 offshore artificial fishing and diving reefs, Volusia County now will turn its attention to the creation of the first inshore reefs that will be close enough for small boats and kayaks to reach. The construction of 2 new nearshore artificial reefs is underway off the coast of Volusia County.
The reef construction program is really a massive recycling effort, if you will. We recycle all manner of concrete culverts and structures and utility poles and even roadway construction barriers. We've got a number of Jersey barriers that we're using this year from the I-95 widening project, for instance, for our nearshore sites. And that's an incredible recycling effort because this material would otherwise wind up in the landfill and take up valuable space in our landfills.
The Sunglow Pier Reef area in Daytona Beach shores will be 50 to 60 feet deep and located 5 miles north of Ponce de Leon Inlet. The Flagler Avenue Reef area in New Smyrna Beach will be 40 to 50 feet deep and located 3 miles south of Ponce de Leon Inlet. Recreational and commercial deep-sea fishing is an important element of Volusia County's marine and boating industry, and to support, the Volusia County Council is committed to the construction of marine habitat and artificial fishing reefs off the Volusia County coast. These reefs create new fishing and diving opportunities and build habitat where none naturally exist. Building upon 30-plus years of success, in 2010, the County Council pledged to double the number of reefs in the waters off of Volusia County.
So we'll have 12 new artificial reefs this summer within a mile of the beach. This is the first time that's ever been done in all of Northeast Florida. So this is a historic project and really is going to create marine habitat incredibly close to the shoreline that we think will open up use to a lot of small boat anglers that perhaps didn't want to go further offshore to our deeper reef system.
The county created its first artificial reef in 1980 when it dropped a World War II cargo ship into 85 feet of water about 11 miles northeast of Ponce de Leon Inlet. Funding for the artificial reefs comes from Volusia County's Port Authority reserves. For more information about Volusia County's artificial reefs, you can go online to the county's website, volusia.org, and click on Coastal in the drop-down menu under the Services tab. The Volusia County Council has approved the purchase of new election equipment that is more user-friendly and will count ballots faster. The new machines will be purchased at a cost of $2.2 million, will be provided by Election Systems and Software, which also serves Orange, Brevard, Duval, Broward, Miami-Dade, and Pinellas counties. The approval came after Supervisor of Elections Ann McFall reviewed proposals and viewed demonstrations by 2 vendors.
On the unit that most voters will vote on, whether it be at early voting or on election day, they aren't going to see a difference. You bubble in a ballot and you stick it in the slot to tabulate it, and that's all they have to realize. A lot of the changes are going to be greater durability of the equipment. That's an internal issue. Faster for the results. You aren't going to see breakdowns like we've seen lately with the Dominion voting system. So it's going to be a win-win for everyone.
The new voting equipment is expected to be in use by the presidential primary in March of 2016. Volusia County has nearly 330,000 registered voters, and 38% are listed as Democrats compared to 35% listed as Republicans, 24% with no affiliation, and 3% with a minor party affiliation. For more information, you can go online to the county's website, volusia.org, and click on Elections in the menu under the Government Services tab. The nation's top lifeguards will compete in Volusia County as it hosts the National Lifeguard Championships from August 3rd through the 6th. With a nod toward the county's beautiful and spacious beaches, the U.S. Life-Saving Association selected Volusia County as the site for the prestigious competitions. Events will include board, surf, beach flag, and rescue races, running relays, Ironman and Ironwomen competitions, and a 2K beach run.
Everybody down here is really pumped up about this event. We haven't had a national competition down here in several years. So everybody's doing their best to train, work hard, and hopefully bring home some medal for Volusia County. It's the Super Bowl of lifeguarding. Just like football has a Super Bowl and baseball has a World Series, this is our Super Bowl. So it's a national championship. It brings agencies from all over the country together. You know, everybody's doing the same job, but we all do it a little different. We cross-pollinate, we all learn from each other, and it's good-natured competition.
The four-day event is expected to draw nearly 2,000 competitors along with their families and supporters. They will be held on the beach in front of the Hilton Daytona Beach Resort. The Junior Lifeguard Championships will be August 5th, while adult competitions will take place August 6th through 8th.
And it's going to be really exciting. There's going to be 2,000 to 3,000 competitors, and it's going to be 4 days of great activity down on the beach. We also welcome spectators to come down and watch the event. The event is going to be on the boardwalk. We're going to have some different vendors up on the boardwalk creating a competitor's experience. We expect it to bring in a lot of extra funds into the county of Volusia, and we're all excited about it coming to Volusia County.
Swanson and local businessman Shirley Holland are co-chairing the event. Both were instrumental in convincing the USLA to select Daytona Beach for the national competition. Lydecker is a former Volusia County lifeguard and medalist in previous lifeguard competitions.
The United States National Lifeguard Association coming here with their national championships will give us something to work for, work towards, and I think it'll be the beginning of restoring the Volusia County Lifeguards Corps' long tradition of excellence. National champions have come out of this lifeguard corps.
In past years, the Nationals have been dominated by powerhouses such as the LA County Surf Life-Saving Association, Monmouth County, New Jersey, and Smith Point, New York. The competitions will be organized by the U.S. Life-Saving Association and the Volusia Surf Life-Saving Association in conjunction with Volusia County's Beach Safety Division. Learn more about the USLA Nautical Lifeguard Championships when you visit volusia.org.
Hello, I'm Dr. Willie Kimmons, a member of the Children and Families Advisory Board. This volunteer group works with the Volusia County Council and makes recommendations that promote healthy children and strong families. It is an honor and a pleasure to serve on this board. The county has openings on several advisory boards, which allow you to play an important role in the policy-making process. If you'd like to share your time and talents with your county government, we'd like to hear from you. Please visit volusia.org/advisory and complete an application of the board of your choice. Today, we must make a concerted effort to save our children, because our children are our future. Thank you.
The Ponce de Leon Inlet Lighthouse Station is a National Historic Landmark. And as Here and Now reporter Kendra Lee explains, this beacon of light has led navigators to the Volusia County shores for nearly 125 years.
Probably since the bicentennial, Americans have begun to realize the rich engineering history of structures in America and find the importance of those structures.
The structures John Mann is referring to are lighthouses. Man is a tour guide for the Ponce de Leon Lighthouse in Ponce Inlet. It's the tallest lighthouse in Florida and the third tallest lighthouse in the United States.
This particular lighthouse is one of a series of tall coastal aids to navigation that was built by the United States Lighthouse Service to help, of course, navigators ply the various waters north and south of the east coast of Florida.
The Ponce de Leon Lighthouse is a private and active aid to navigation, although it's not run by the Coast Guard. The Ponce de Leon Lighthouse Preservation Society maintains the light, turning it on every night and off each morning. Construction of the lighthouse began in 1884 and was first lit November 1st, 1987. Back then, it was known as the Mosquito Inlet Lighthouse. The lighthouse name was changed in 1926 to Ponce de Leon Inlet Lighthouse. The explorer Ponce de Leon was believed to have been there in 1513. If you're going to climb the lighthouse, you need to be in good physical condition because you're going to be climbing 203 steps to the top. And once you climb all the way to the top, you can take in the breathtaking views of the Intercoastal and the Atlantic Ocean. And while the view is great, the Ponce de Leon Lighthouse is a great lesson in American history. One of the most famous American short stories actually had a great deal to do with this lighthouse. In 1897, the USS Commodore sunk 12 miles out to sea with author Stephen Crane on board. Crane and 3 companions spent 30 hours coming ashore in a 10-foot dinghy, following the light from the lighthouse. The sinking of the Commodore, in part, led to the author writing the famous short story, The Open Boat. But as Mann points out, there is much more to this historic lighthouse than just the lighthouse.
In addition to the light tower itself, there are the 3 residences of the 3 keepers who were here, and also the outbuildings, which serve, in addition to the residences, as museums.
The Lighthouse Museum has a large exhibit on the Commodore, as well as other historic artifacts through the end of 1997, representing Florida heritage, maritime tradition, and lighthouses of the world. For Volusia Here and Now, I'm Kendra Lee.
The Ponce de Leon Lighthouse is open 7 days a week from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and during the summer months from May 28th through September 3rd, it's open until 9 p.m. Admission is just $5 for adults and $1.50 for children 11 and under. For more information, you can visit ponceinlet.org. Joe Seward's, our Horticulture Today agent, introduces us to a segment on Volusia magazine called Solutions for Your Life. In addition to information from the Extension Office on horticulture, Joe and other agents will provide more tips and information on the many services that the University of Florida Volusia County Extension Office offers to help the residents of Volusia County.
Hi, I'm Joe Seward, and welcome to Solutions for Your Life. Up till now, we've been featuring my program here at County Extension, the horticulture program. And it occurred to me that we have so much going on here that folks don't know about, that we were going to change the format of our show, and we're going to feature everything that we do here at Extension, not just horticulture. So we're going to change the name of the program to Solutions for Your Life, because that's our website at the University of Florida. We're going to feature all of the various programs that we have here. You're all familiar with my program, the horticulture program, and the Master Gardener program. We also have a natural resources program. You can learn how to become a master naturalist. You can learn all about the natural resources here in Volusia County. We have a family and consumer science program. Many people used to call that home economics, but in that program, you can learn everything from learning how to buy a house to energy-saving tips for the house that you're already in. We have a family nutrition program, called that FNP, where you can learn more about healthy eating and dietary habits. We have a 4-H program. If you're looking for experiential learning for your children, our 4-H agent can teach your kids everything from basic archery to cooking to public speaking to the junior horticulture program. We also have an agriculture agent. You can learn about pastures, livestock, and other agricultural commodities here in Volusia County. I deal with urban horticulture, as most of you know. We also have a commercial horticulture agent. and she helps farmers and other producers in the county learn how to be more productive, more profitable, helping them to stay in business. Here at County Extension, we are a very busy office, and our job is to educate the public. Many people in Florida, I have learned over the years, don't know what County Extension is, and we are a partnership between the University of Florida and Volusia County. As a matter of fact, every county in the state of Florida has a County Extension office that is affiliated with the University of Florida, the land-grant university in Florida. Every state in the union has a land-grant university, and every land-grant university has county extension offices that are affiliated with it. Our job is to bring the resources, the education, and the research done at the University of Florida to the citizens of Florida, and that's true of every state in the union. So no matter where you're from, no matter where you might move to, a good place to start to learn about your new surroundings is to go to your local county extension office. So in the future, you're going to learn all about what we do here at County Extension. And if you have questions, you can visit our website here at volusia.org/extension, or if you want to learn more about the University of Florida, you can go directly to their website at solutionsforyourlife.org. With Solutions for Your Life, I'm Joe Sewards.
Time now to head into the studio to join our very own Community Information Director, Dave Byron, for a conversation with today's guest, Shirley Holland, Circuit Director of the Guardian Ad Litem program for the 7th Judicial District.
Thanks, Amber, and hi, everyone. Sadly, children oftentimes are caught up in the trauma of the legal system in cases involving abuse, neglect, or abandonment. It's the role of court-appointed guardians ad litem to represent the best interests of the child and only the child in legal proceedings. With us in the studio today for more on the Guardian Ad Litem program is Shirley Holland. She's the Circuit Director of the Guardian Ad Litem program for the 7th Judicial Circuit. That includes Volusia County. Shirley, how are you doing today?
I'm fine, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. You know, we haven't talked about this program. Phenomenal volunteers, and they do such important work.
They do.
So, Shirley, Guardians Ad Litem is a term that maybe a lot of people aren't familiar with. Give us kind of a layman's description of what a Guardian Ad Litem is.
We are the voice of the child in the courtroom, but that includes a lot more than just being in the courtroom.
Right.
A guardian ad litem is appointed to every child who is in the dependency system.
Right.
So any child that's in foster care has a guardian ad litem.
Okay.
We have one task on our job description.
Right.
And that is to advocate for the child at an arm's length distance from DCF or from the state or from the parents. The guardians get to know the children. They do investigative work. They go to their schools. They go to their foster homes. They go with them on doctor's appointments. They take them to McDonald's when they make an A on their report card. They do everything that you can imagine in order to establish a rapport or a relationship with that child so that they then are able to represent the child's best interest in the courtroom. Guardian ad litems, they are amazing people. We have almost 400 across the circuit. The circuit
Right.
includes Volusia, St. John's, Putnam, and Flagler counties.
Right.
They don't, whereas some volunteer opportunities, you sign up for maybe, and I'm not demeaning them in any way, but you sign up for Tuesday afternoon, 3 to 5.
Right.
That's not the way this works. These people become part of a child's life.
Right.
So when they go, they may spend all day in court to be in front of a judge for 15 minutes sometimes.
Right.
And then they may go home, begin or start their dinner, work with their family, get a call from a child that has literally made their first A on a math test and has been in 7 different placements in the last 2 years.
Right.
They stop what they're doing, they go pick up this child, they take them to McDonald's for ice cream. They do normal things to celebrate the successes with these children. So it's very different. I would say it's the best opportunity I've ever seen for volunteering and making a significant difference in the quality of a child's life. I mean, remember, they make recommendations that affect these children for the rest of their lives.
And I would think, just listening to you, talk about this, I would think that it can be a very emotional experience in some cases, emotional both positively and negatively, I suppose, because I bet these kids, and a lot of them really aren't coming from the best of circumstances.
Oh, I say this respectfully, but some of the work we do is very dark work.
Yeah.
The topics are dark.
Yeah.
And the children have been through such horrible situations. It's amazing that their little feet still one step in front of another. So it is emotional for guardians, and to be a good guardian ad litem, it has to be, because we are advocates. Advocates are passionate about who they're advocating for, and you can't do that without emotion.
Well said. And I would imagine that, relationships may be formed perhaps even for lifetimes.
Absolutely, absolutely. A guardian ad litem can stay assigned to, as long as the child's case is open to the dependency system, the guardian stays attached to that child. The system is designed to kind of limit that to about 24 months, but in reality that's not what happens.
Right.
A lot of times children are open to dependency for much longer than that. So the guardian becomes the only consistent adult in their life.
Right.
So if you have a child, and the system in many ways is broken. I mean, occasionally it works and it works well, but the reality is it's got some breaks in it.
Right.
So when you have a child that's moved from place to place to place, the guardian can be the person that carries the child's book. You know, the person that understands the last time the child went to the pediatrician. Right. Or if the child's never been to the pediatrician.
Right.
You know, the person who understands that the child's allergic to chocolate and loves strawberries. But the normal information that we as parents would translate to people that were involved in the lives of our children, the guardian can do that. The system is not set up to naturally provide the essence of an individual child, and that's the purpose of the guardian. And what an awesome privilege.
Shirley, they're court appointed, and as you say, they are advocates for the child in a court proceedings. So I presume that the guardians must have to issue some kind of written report oftentimes, or is it just oral testimony?
No, they write judicial reports. Now we have, in addition to the approximately 400 guardians, and I have to add this, even with 400 guardians in the circuit, currently in Volusia County alone, we are still approximately 150 short.
Right.
To reach the goal. We are regulated by Statute 39. You know, that statute tells guardian ad litem how to be guardian ad litem. And the intent of the statute is to have a court-appointed guardian attached to every single child in the child welfare system. But in addition to the guardians, we also have employed staff in all our offices across the circuit, including best interest attorneys.
Okay.
So when a guardian comes on board with guardian ad litem, they're assigned to a child advocacy or a child advocate manager. The CAMs, in addition to the best interest attorney, support the guardian and also prepare guardians for court. You know, court's a very intimidating environment, and not everybody's nice. But I tell you, it's an amazing thing when you get in that courtroom and you have the parents. Of course, parents always have their own attorneys, which are assigned to them.
Right.
You have the Department of Children and Family attorneys, and then you have guardian ad litem attorneys with the child. And in some court situations, you get into the courtroom and it's, you know, people yapping at each other.
Right.
And it's really amazing when that judge very firmly says, that'll be enough, I want to hear from the guardian ad litem. And then that guardian provides a testimony that changes the entire outcome in the best interest of that little dude.
Let's talk about the kind of people that make good guardians. Obviously, this is a volunteer opportunity for folks.
Right.
Not everyone, I think, would be cut out for this.
No.
What type of person makes a good guardian?
Well, I can tell you that's also really interesting. We have retired military, retired colonels, a retired general. We have people that do electrical work. We have scientists, doctors, lawyers, all types of backgrounds. That's quite the variety that we have as guardians. But I notice, or again, this is just my opinion, or it could be my psych background, but I think that the guardians that are able to advocate strongly, that are able to gather good factual information, the guardians that are articulate in the way that they communicate, and sometimes the guardians that can even stand an arm's length from the child.
Hey, let's talk about any training that a guardian goes through.
The guardians, in order to be certified as a guardian ad litem, they do a certain number of hours, 8 hours on the computer. It's just independent work on the computer. And then they get a good number of classroom hours where we have a lawyer and a CAM in the classroom interacting, talking about what does real life as a guardian ad litem look like. And then in addition to that, we also have a mentoring program. So some of the guardians that are some of the stronger guardians become mentors, and they have mentees. So the new guardians are assigned to a mentor. So it's more like it's the buddy system. So as you're getting your first case, you have your buddy that you call that meets with you regularly, goes to court with you, and walks through the process with you.
All right, so people out there that may want more information, perhaps they do want to become a guardian ad litem, how do people get more information?
They can go to the website, gal7.org, or they can call any of our offices.
And you can get that number off the website, I'm sure.
Absolutely, and we have 5 offices in this circuit. We have an office in Palatka, we have an office in St. Augustine, and an office in Bunnell, one over here in DeLand, and then one in Daytona.
Well, certainly this is incredible work that these people do, and very, very important work, and under some tough circumstances. Sounds like the caseload is increasing, so it looks like you could use some more volunteers, huh?
Absolutely.
Well, I want to thank you very much for being with us today.
Thank you again for having me.
Our guest today is Shirley Holland. She's the Circuit Director for the Guardian Ad Litem Program in the 7th Judicial Circuit.
Thank you.
And with that, we'll go back to you, Amber.
Thanks, Dave, and thank you for watching Volusia Magazine. If you have any questions throughout the show, you can always feel free to give us a call at any of the numbers you see listed here, or you can log on to volusia.org and click on the News tab at the top of the screen to find us. Incidentally, you can find the County Council's meeting calendar there too. In fact, you can use volusia.org to find out about meeting dates, workshops, topics of interest, activities, and how you can become involved. And we hope you won't forget to listen to Volusia Today. That's Volusia County Government's weekly public radio broadcast. Volusia Today airs every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Sunday mornings on the local radio stations you see on your screen. For Volusia Magazine, I'm Amber Patterson. Have a wonderful evening.